All right, so have you ever wished your phone could, like, keep up with your brain?
Haha, yeah.
Well, that's kind of what Samsung's going for with this new Galaxy S25. Now, you're listening, so you're obviously interested in tech, and you're probably wondering if this phone is really worth all the hype, right?
Right.
We've been digging deep into all the specs and reviews, and in this deep dive, we're going to break it all down to help you figure out if the S25 is the upgrade you've been waiting for.
It's really kind of amazing how much they've packed into this thing. I mean, it's not just about faster speeds, it's a whole new level of intelligence and responsiveness.
Totally. So let's talk about that brain power. I mean, the Exynos 2500 processor or the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4, depending on, where you are in the world. Now, I know processor can sound a bit technical, but trust me, this is a game changer.
Yeah, think of it this way. You know how sometimes your phone lags when you're switching between apps?
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you're trying to do something demanding, like gaming or something?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, this new chip is built for lightning-fast processing. So you can seamlessly switch between tasks, no more waiting for things to catch up.
Which is amazing for those of us who are, constantly multitasking. That speed boost is like a lifesaver.
Absolutely, and the AI capabilities of this chip open up a whole new world of possibilities. Like I said, it's not just about speed, it's about making your phone truly understand your needs.
Okay, wait. So AI in a phone, what does that even look like practically?
Well, imagine your phone learning your photography preferences over time.
Yeah.
Maybe you always crank up the saturation for landscapes.
Uh-huh.
Or prefer a softer focus for portraits. The S25's AI can pick up on those patterns and automatically adjust the camera settings to capture the perfect shot.
Wow.
No more fiddling with settings every time.
That is super cool. But, most of the time we're staring at our screens, not just taking photos.
Right.
So
Yeah.
how does the S25 measure up in the display department?
This is where Samsung really shines, I think. They've packed in a dynamic AMOLED 3X display. Which basically means you get these incredibly vibrant colors and deep blacks.
So watching movies on this thing would be incredible.
Yeah, exactly. It'll feel like you have a personal cinema in your pocket.
Nice.
Plus, it boasts a whopping 3,000 nits peak brightness,
Wow.
meaning even in direct sunlight, you'll be able to see what's on your screen. And for the gamers out there, the 144 hertz refresh rate makes for super smooth gameplay.
Yeah, that refresh rate thing always sounded like jargon to me. Like, what difference does it actually make?
Well, imagine you're playing a fast-paced game,
Yeah.
With a lower refresh rate, the action can look choppy
Right.
and blurry, especially when things are moving quickly. But with 144 hertz, every frame is crisp and clear, giving you a much smoother and more responsive gaming experience.
Okay, so you'll react faster and it's more immersive.
Exactly.
Cool. All right. Now let's talk about a feature I think everyone cares about, the camera.
Get ready to be impressed. The S25 boasts a 200 MP main camera sensor.
200 megapixels. Is that even necessary? Like, what does that even do?
Well, it allows for an incredible level of detail in your photos.
All right.
Think about zooming in on a photo.
Yeah.
And still being able to see every tiny detail. You'll be able to capture those, breathtaking landscapes with amazing clarity. And that's not all. They've also improved low light performance significantly.
Oh, low light photography is always a struggle. How much better is it?
Remember those grainy, dark photos you used to get
Oh, yeah.
when you were trying to capture a dimly lit scene? Well, forget about those.
Uh-huh.
The S25 uses advanced software algorithms to brighten up those shots and reduce noise.
Wow.
So even your nighttime photos look stunning.
So no more blurry concert photos or shadowy selfies.
That's right.
I'm sold. But what about zoom? I'm always trying to get closer to the action without sacrificing quality.
They've got you covered there, too. The S25 packs a 10x optical zoom lens,
Oh, wow.
letting you get closer to your subject without any digital distortion.
Okay. You can capture those distant details without losing image quality.
All of this sounds amazing, but honestly, what's the point of a powerful camera if the battery dies before you can even take a few shots?
I'm with you on that one. Nobody wants to be tethered to a charger all the time.
Right.
That's why the S25 comes with a 5,000 mAh battery and super fast charging.
So tell me more about that super fast charging. What's the, real world benefit?
Imagine you're about to head out for the day, but your phone's nearly dead. With the S25, you can plug it in for just 15 minutes and get enough juice to last for hours.
Wow, no more wait around for your phone to charge.
Right.
That's impressive, but it can't all be sunshine and roses, right? Are there any downsides to the S25?
Well, there are a couple of things to consider. First off, Samsung has decided to ditch expandable storage in the S25.
Wait, really? No SD card slot?
Well,
That's going to be a problem for people with large photo and video libraries.
yeah, I can see how that could be frustrating for some users.
If you're someone who stores a lot of media locally, you might need to look into cloud storage options.
That makes sense. So reliance on the cloud is one thing to consider. Are there any other potential drawbacks?
Well, the other big thing is the increasing reliance on AI.
Okay.
While these AI features are super cool and convenient,
Yeah.
they do raise some questions about data privacy.
That's a really good point. I mean, the more our phones learn about us, the more data they collect, right?
Exactly.
So what are the implications of that?
Well, the S25 relies on cloud processing for a lot of its AI features, which means your data is being sent to Samsung's servers, analyzed, and used to improve the phone's functionality.
Okay.
Now, Samsung does have strong privacy policies,
Right.
but it's still something to be aware of. You're essentially entrusting them with a lot of personal information.
So it's a trade-off. Convenience and personalization
Right.
in exchange for potentially sharing more data. Yeah. That's definitely something to think about. So far we've covered a lot of ground with the S25. The impressive processor, the stunning display, that incredible camera, the super fast charging. But we've also talked about the lack of expandable storage and those privacy considerations related to AI. What's standing out to you so far?
Well, what strikes me is how Samsung is really pushing the boundaries of what a smartphone can be. The S25 is packed with cutting-edge technology and features that are truly impressive.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's important to be aware of the trade-offs.
For sure.
And make sure it aligns with your needs and comfort levels.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to create a phone that adapts to you rather than the other way around.
Yeah.
That level of personalization is both exciting and a little thought-provoking.
It really makes you think about the future of smartphones, doesn't it? I mean, are we headed towards a world where our phones know us better than we know ourselves?
That's a big question, and honestly, it's one we're still grappling with as a society. Technology is evolving so rapidly, and it's crucial for us to have these conversations about how much control we're willing to give up in exchange for convenience and personalization.
So how do we find that balance
Yeah.
between, embracing innovation but also protecting our privacy?
Well, it starts with awareness, right?
Yeah.
Understanding how these technologies work, what data they collect, how that data is used is crucial. Then it's about making informed choices. Do the benefits of a particular feature outweigh the potential privacy risks? That's a decision each user has to make for themselves.
It seems like we're at a turning point with AI, and the S25 is a glimpse into what that future might look like. But let's bring it back to the present for a sec. Is this phone actually worth the upgrade? What are your final thoughts on that?
Honestly, it depends on your individual needs and priorities. If you're someone who values the absolute latest technology, a stunning display, a top-tier camera, and the convenience of super fast charging, then yeah, the S25 is a strong contender. But if expandable storage is a must-have for now, or you're wary of that reliance on AI and the potential privacy implications, then you might want to consider other options.
It's not just about the bells and whistles. It's about how those features fit into your life and your values too. We've talked a lot about the hardware, but what about the software? The S25 runs on Samsung's One UI, right?
Right.
How does that, enhance the experience?
Well, One UI is known for its, clean design and intuitive navigation.
Yeah.
And in the S25, it really shines. They've streamlined everything to make it, super user-friendly. Plus, it offers a ton of customization options.
Oh, cool.
So you can personalize your phone to your liking.
For example, I know the S25 leverages AI to personalize your home screen layout and app suggestions. So it's constantly learning from your usage patterns to provide, a more personalized experience.
Exactly. It's like having a personal assistant who anticipates your needs and helps you navigate your digital life more efficiently. And Samsung's constantly updating One UI with new features and refinements, so you can be sure you're getting the best possible software experience.
Speaking of updates, how's Samsung's track record with software support? I know that's a big concern for a lot of people.
They've actually gotten a lot better in recent years.
Really?
Yeah, they're now committed to providing at least 4 years of major software updates.
Wow, that's great.
Which is great news for users who want to keep their phones for longer. Plus, they're pretty good about pushing out regular security updates to keep your device protected.
That peace of mind is definitely important, especially with a phone that's this advanced. So we've covered the hardware, the software, and the potential trade-offs. What else should people keep in mind when considering the S25?
One thing to consider is the broader Samsung ecosystem. If you're already using other Samsung devices, like a Galaxy Watch or Galaxy Buds, the S25 integrates seamlessly with those products. It's all about creating a connected experience across your devices.
Yeah, it's like they're building their own little universe of, like, interconnected gadgets.
Exactly. And if you're invested in that ecosystem, the S25 becomes even more appealing. For example, with Samsung DeX, you can connect your S25 to a monitor and use it like a desktop computer.
Oh, wow. That's perfect for people who need to be productive on the go. No need to lug around a laptop.
Right, so it's not just a phone, it's a versatile tool that can adapt to different needs and situations.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. We've explored the S25's impressive specs, the user-friendly software, the benefits of the Samsung ecosystem, and some of the important considerations like data privacy. What are your final thoughts?
The S25 is a powerful and innovative device that showcases the future of smartphone technology. It's not without its trade-offs, but ultimately it comes down to individual needs and preferences.
Yeah, it does sound like this phone, the S25, it really makes you think about the bigger picture.
It does.
I mean, it's not just about the specs and features. It's about how those things actually impact our lives and how we as people interact with technology in general.
Absolutely, and it's an ongoing conversation.
Yeah.
As technology evolves, so do our needs and our expectations.
Right.
What seems like groundbreaking today might be commonplace tomorrow.
Exactly. That's what makes it so fascinating, right? There's always something new to explore and learn. Speaking of learning, we'd love to hear from you. So if you're already using the S25, tell us about your experience. What are your favorite features? Have you encountered any, surprises, good or bad?
Yeah, real-world feedback is so valuable. It helps us understand how a device performs beyond the initial reviews and, marketing hype.
Exactly. So jump into the comments and share your thoughts. We're all ears. Whether you're a die-hard tech enthusiast or just curious about the latest gadgets, we want to hear from you.
And remember, when you're considering any new tech, don't just focus on the specs. Think about how it fits into your life, aligns with your values, and might even shape your digital future.
Well said. Technology should empower us, not overwhelm us. It should enhance our lives, not complicate them.
For sure, the best way to ensure that is to be, informed, engaged, and thoughtful consumers. Do your research, ask questions, and make choices that feel right for you.
That's the perfect note to end on. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the Samsung Galaxy S25.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everyone.
We hope you found it insightful and helpful. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring. The future of technology is in your hands.